Alright, so what did your parents tell you about the birds and the bees?
What? I don't know what that is.
What did my what? What did my parents tell me about the birds and the bees?
About the what?
Birds and the bees? The sex talk.
Birds and the bees. I can't take this seriously. What did your parents tell you about the birds and the bees?
How did you learn about the birds and the bees? What? I quit. I am not doing that.
About the birds and the bees.
Nothing. I'm not even joking.
All right. We are asking people to tell us how they learned about the birds and the bees.
Now the question I heard was, have I heard about the birds and the bees? Yes. Birds fly away and bees do sting.
I was 10 and my mom sat me down with a little book and we read the book together, and then she told me I was never ever allowed to talk to anyone about it ever.
Alright, so one day my dad came up to me and he was like, Jimmy, have I told you about the birds and the bees yet? And I was like, Dad, when I was 8, you told me there wasn't a Santa. When I was 9, you told me there wasn't the Easter Bunny. If you're trying to tell me adults don't go at it when they're trying to have babies, I don't know what else I have to live for.
My mom didn't want me to find out from school anything about that, so she took me on a girls' weekend downtown Chicago, and we stayed overnight, and it was a lot of fun, but we didn't really end up talking too much about anything because I think it was a little bit too embarrassing, so yeah.
When a man and a woman love each other very much, they put in a request to God to have a baby, and then the stork comes down and brings a new little baby brother or sister for the family.
I learned about the birds and the bees in 3rd grade from my mom while eating a snickerdoodle cookie. I'll never eat snickerdoodle cookies again.
They should put up some diagrams of male parts and female parts. They kind of pointed this out where blood went away.
So I actually grew up with the bees and the bees.
I didn't really.
Did it have any conversations with you? Did you learn about it in school?
No, it was just a couple quick comments. Like my sister told me that. My dad dropped my sister off at like her homecoming dance, and he was just like, "All right, no souvenirs," and then that was about it. And then like I was the youngest of 5, so like it all got passed down to me. I didn't really need to have a one-on-one.
I don't know. Kind of uncomfortable talking about it.
My parents did a really good job of really stressing the point of how important it is to really love someone and to respect yourself and respect them in a relationship.
Well, my mom and I were listening to Dr. Laura on the radio, and they were talking about this commercial where a guy was having sex with 2 women, so I just straight up asked her what sex was, and she straight up told me.
Well, my parents told me literally nothing about the birds and the bees. Basically what happened was I went to a Catholic school, and in 5th grade we learned about that kind of stuff in family life with a really, I would say, aggressive teacher.
I'm not sure what they told me, but I know that our school, our middle school, had a required session where we had to go and listen to this nurse tell us about it, and she always said puberty as pooperty. Puberty is normal.
Well, I had the fabulous distinction of having my mom be my high school health teacher. So we get in the first day of class, of sex ed unit, and my mom gets to the front of the classroom and she goes, "Okay, class, now everybody repeat after me. Penis, penis, penis. Vagina, vagina, vagina." And that was when it started, and I knew it was going to be a great unit.
I was on the playground in 2nd grade at recess, and my friend told me, and then I cried.
Did they do anything fun or unique?
They showed videos. Not of like people do like cartoons.
My sex education also consisted of a story, and it was about a monkey walking along the railroad tracks. And he was walking along, and a train came by, and his tail was draped over the tracks, and his tail got cut off. So he turns to look to see what cut off his tail, and he lost his head. And the moral of the story is, don't lose your head over a little piece of tail.
Alright, so what did your parents tell you about the birds and the bees?
Well, my parents didn't really talk to me about it. I just picked it up from school.
Ditto.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.